guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I have a update to share with you. Actually, this is the finale of my May mask challenge. So I am filming this on June 1st. I think you guys are actually going to see this tomorrow, but yeah, May is now officially over and I did mask almost every day in the month of May. I did end up missing a few days, so we're going to talk about that, and then I'm going to show you guys the masks that I used for the second half of the month. I did already do an update like halfway through, which I will link above in case you missed it. In that first update, I showed you guys the masks that I used for the first half of the month, because if I tried to give you guys an update with all of them in one video, that would have been crazy. So before I show you guys the masks that I was using, let's first talk about my results from the project. So this year was really good timing, just like last year. I think I mentioned this already in my intro and also in my update, but I had a lot going on last year when I started this May mask challenge. I was in the middle of my divorce. We actually had just moved out into our own place, the kids and I, and things were like up and down, and I was in a very fragile state emotionally. So it was a very helpful project for me. It was a good time to like stop and reflect and put some time into myself and give myself some self-care and some love. So it was actually a really good experience. So I was really excited to do it this year, and this year I have a lot going on again, but this time things are a lot more positive. So as you guys know, I am expecting right now. I am currently, well, I'm actually 35 weeks, but in like 2 days I'll be 36 weeks. So I'm at the end of my 35th week of pregnancy. So we are getting there. So doing this challenge this month was tricky, but it was rewarding. So it definitely made me take a little bit more time to pamper myself and to take care of my skin, because the months leading up to this challenge, I had gotten pretty lax with my skincare. Any of you who have been pregnant before, you know that it can be draining physically and emotionally sometimes. So by the time you get into bed, all you want to do is go to sleep. And so I would often like cut corners or skip steps in my skincare routine just because I was too tired and I didn't feel like doing it. So doing this May mask challenge has been really good for my skin. I've noticed a big difference in my skin, and it's also gotten me back into the routine of taking a few moments to take care of myself. So that has been really important, because I feel like as a mom, it's so easy to lose that. You know, you put so much time into your children and the household and running things, and you know, and if you're working into your job, and then you have very little time or energy left for yourself. So doing the May mask challenge has been a really good experience for me, because it helps me to like stop, take inventory of how I'm feeling, and give myself some time and some love, like I said. So I really enjoyed it. My skin has really enjoyed it as well. Okay, if you guys can hear a growling sound, it's actually my cat. She's laying right underneath the tripod on the floor here, and she's growling at a squirrel. So she thinks she's a dog. Can you hear it? It's not my stomach. It sounds like it's my stomach. It's not. It's my cat. She thinks she's a dog. She's pretty funny. Anyway, let's look at the masks that I used this month. Okay, so let's start with the sheet masks. I don't have a lot for sheet masks. I was mostly doing regular masking, so I did use this hand mask the other night. I had missed a couple nights. Oh, I forgot to mention that as well. I did miss one night during the first half of the month that I already mentioned in my update, and then this time I think I missed 3 nights. It was either 2 or 3. We had some hospital visits, I thought I was going into labor a couple times, and the baby wasn't moving normally, and so anyways, there was a couple late nights at the hospital, and I've just been a little tired. So I did my best, but I did miss a couple nights. But this mask I actually just did the other night, because I had missed 2 nights in a row. So I did this and another mask at the same time to kind of make up for it. So this is the Patchology Perfect Tan hand mask. So it's just like those gloves that you put on your hands, and then it has like a thing to wrap them around to keep them in place. And it's just filled with serum. It's just like, you put your hands in it and it like soaks up. My hands have been so dry. So I was excited to use this. It definitely helped, but my hands are still really dry. I don't know what's going on with them. I've been washing them more, I think. I'm not sure. But anyway, I did enjoy it though. I think I just need a couple more of those to get it to heal my hands fully. I also use this one from Patchology. This is the Soothe 5-minute flash mask. This one I love doing on those nights where you're real tired, especially when I was doing this May mask challenge and I wanted to mask every night, but there were a couple nights where I was just like, I don't have the energy. So this one was nice because you only have to leave it on for 5 minutes. I did also use this right after using my peeling gel from Peter Thomas Roth. So it's a nice kind of like after treatment, soothing and moisturizing sheet mask. So I do enjoy that. Okay, and then this one was a flop for me. I'm actually going to declutter the rest of these that I have left. This is from Florapy. I have 2 sets from Florapy. One is like a yellow one, and I can't remember what that one's called, but this is the Calm, Soothe, and Unwind Stress Relief Mask. It says it's a chamomile and patchouli mask. So I couldn't stand the smell of this, unfortunately. And I think I've used this before, but I wonder if maybe I was stuffed up or something because I don't remember it smelling so strong, or maybe they've gone bad, but I haven't had them that long. Either way, they just have a very strong scent and it smells a little bit chemically, almost like, I don't know, it reminded me of like paint or something like that. I don't know. It's just, yeah, you can still smell it. It's just really strong and it bothered me. I took it off early and I'm not gonna be able to use the rest of those. I didn't like it. Okay, let's get into the rest of these because I have a lot more masks here. So next up, I did use my Korres. This is the Instant Brightening Mask from their Rose line. So it's the Instant Brightening and Illuminating Mask with the Korres Wild Rose. So I love the Wild Rose Sleeping Mask. I've gone through like 3 of those. I don't currently have it in my collection because, as you guys know, I'm trying to use what I've got before I'm repurchasing, but that is something I will definitely buy again in the future. I love that mask so much. This one I think is good as well, but one of the things I love about the sleeping one is that you can put it on and go to sleep. So lazy girl that I am, it's so nice to be able to do that. I love sleeping masks for that reason because it's a little less work. With these ones, you know, you apply it, you have to leave it on for like 20 minutes and then rinse it away, which is also an experience of itself that is very nice and soothing, but I don't always have the energy for that at night when I'm super tired and falling into bed. So I still do really like this one. I think it is a really, really nice mask. It has the exact same scent. It has the really nice rose scent. If you don't like rose scented stuff, you won't like this, but I don't find it to be too strong. I think it's a nice lighter rose scent, and yeah, this is something I think is really good as well. Actually, Erin used it with me and we both really enjoyed it. Sorry if I keep running out of breath. It is so hard to breathe right now. This baby, I'm ready for her to come out. She is so big, you guys. Sorry, I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here about baby, but she is, well, she was measuring at 6 pounds, 6 ounces the middle of last week. So by now she's probably over 7, which all of my babies were born somewhere between 7 pounds, 6 ounces and 7 pounds, 8 ounces. All of my previous babies. So she's a large one. I still have a month to go and she's already almost the size of my girls at term. So I'm a little nervous about that. But anyway, I'll update you guys on that. We're probably gonna have to be induced early if I don't go into labor early. It's a whole thing. So anyway, it's hard to breathe right now because she is so darn big. It's just like she's like all the way up in my rib cage and all the way down. She has dropped already, but I still can't breathe. Okay, so anyway, back to the masks. Speaking of sleeping masks, this one from Fresh, I did use again this time. I used it twice in the first half of the month, but I did use it once again this time. And it is the Black Tea Firming Overnight Mask. I love this mask. It is so, so nice. You guys have heard me talk about this quite a few times because I really do enjoy it. I pretty much have loved everything I've tried from the Black Tea line. It's a very, very good anti-aging line, so I highly recommend it. Oh, I did also use some of these here. These are eye masks from Pixi. They're called the Depuffing eye masks. I used this the other day when I had a no makeup day. Just popped them on while I was working. It's a really nice way to kind of relax while you're working. So I was just sitting at my computer editing videos and I popped these on, and yeah, those are really nice and convenient. All right, a couple more masks that I actually used again this time that I used in the first half of the month. I did go ahead and use this TLC Sakari Baby Facial again. This is something I don't want to use more than probably twice a month because it is a fairly intense resurfacing product. It's not super intense. It's not like a peel or anything, but it can be pretty intense, so I don't want to overdo it, especially right now while I'm pregnant. But I think it is really nice. My skin the next day, both times I used it, felt so amazingly soft, so I definitely am in love with that product. I also did give this another try. I had tried it for the first time in the first half of the month, and I went ahead and tried it again later in the month. This is the Algenist Alive Prebiotic Balancing Mask. So I told you guys after my first use of this that I felt like it was super drying and it just dried my skin right out. I still think that's true, but I think if you have like normal to oily skin, you will absolutely adore this mask. I think if you have more dry skin, you can still use it, but you have to be really cautious. So what I did is I waited, and I was getting some breakouts around my chin area. It had been a couple days that I wasn't really washing my skin properly when I was going to bed. I was just so exhausted. I fell into bed a couple nights in a row, and then I started getting these breakouts, and my skin just felt kind of congested and like it needed something a little bit more intense. So I tried this that night, and it worked pretty good, but I definitely had to follow it up with a facial oil, like immediately, for the areas of my face that are really dry. But I think it's really nice. I definitely think if you have oily skin, you will like it better though. Alrighty, next up I have my little pharmacy mask here. So this I did use twice actually in the first half of the month, and I used it again the second half of the month. Erin used it with me that time, and this is the Honey Potion. I really love this mask. I think it's really, really good if you have, well, really any skin type actually. It's moisturizing, but it's because it's a honey based, it's actually not going to break you out at all. So even if you have oily acne prone skin, you can still use this hydrating mask. So I really, really like it. It is part of my project pan, my skincare project pan, which I am filming an update. As soon as I'm done filming this, I'm actually gonna film an update on that. So I'll let you guys know how I'm doing on it, but that's why I used it again. Also part of that project, so I did use this one again as well. I used it once in the beginning of the month. This is from Ulla Henriksen. It's the Blue Blackberry Enzyme Mask. This is discontinued. You can't find it anymore, but I got mine at TJ Maxx recently, so if you see it there, pick it up. I think it's really nice. It's really cooling and soothing and hydrating. So if that's the type of mask you like, I think you would enjoy it. All right, I did also use this brightening mask from Glam Glow. This is their Flash Mud Mask. And I like this mask. It's not one of my favorites anymore. I liked it better when I had more combo skin. I do feel like it is a little bit on the drying side for my skin right now. Almost everything is though. My skin has gotten so dry with this pregnancy. So, I mean, I probably will have, my skin will probably kind of rebalance after I have the baby, and I'm sure I'll be able to use a lot of these products that I'm saying haven't been working for me very well right now, but I do think this is really good for brightening. Although if I had to pick a winner of these two, which one's better for brightening, I would go with the Korres one for sure. All right, next I have this mask from Peter Thomas Roth. This is the Irish Moor Mud Mask. This is a purifying mask as well. It's a mud mask, so it does help to pull impurities out of the skin. This one I used with Erin the other night. Typically I wouldn't use something like this with really dry skin, but this one is actually very hydrating. So if you're looking for a pore clearing mask, but you have more dry skin, I think you could actually use this one. It's not too drying. It doesn't overly dry out the skin. It just kind of, it does have like a hydrating quality to it. So I definitely enjoy that as well. All right, and the last one is another Peter Thomas Roth mask actually. This is the thermal, what do they call this? Hungarian thermal water mask. This one is really interesting. It actually heats up on the skin. So you apply it to dry skin, you leave it on for, I think they say, I think it's 3 or 4 minutes. You really massage it in, leave it on for 3 or 4 minutes, add the water, and then it kind of heats up. It's pretty cool. I do really like this one. I would recommend this one as well. And you get so much in this jar. I feel like it just is gonna last me forever. So I don't know how I missed this. This was actually the mask I did last night. So I thought I would just add this footage because I really wanted to mention these because I thought it was so cool, the packaging. So I did actually do this Givenchy Hydra Sparkling Mask last night for the last night of my May Mask Challenge. I got this in PR. What I think is so cool about this is it looks like they're facial wipes, but they're not. They are masks, but I love that they put them all in one packaging so it reduces waste. I think that's such a good idea. I would love to see more companies that have individual use masks do that. So there's 14 masks that come in this, and I just used the first one. So far I think it's good. Again, with, you know, sheet masks, you have to try them a few times before you know if you like them, but I just really liked the packaging, so I definitely wanted to mention that. All right, so those are all the masks that I used up for the rest of the month for the May Mask Challenge. One more interesting insight from this May Mask Challenge that I wanted to share with you guys. It's funny because a lot of you have told me, you know, I don't have enough masks to do this challenge. When I started this challenge, I definitely didn't intend that everyone should mask nightly unless you felt like you wanted to, which I felt like for me I could do it because I have a lot of masks that are gentle enough to be used nightly, and I had a variety of types of masks, you know, so I could, you know, do eye masks some nights or hand masks, or I have a foot mask too I didn't get around to using. So for me, it made sense to do nightly, but I know a lot of you that didn't make sense for. But one thing that I noticed when I was going through and grabbing all the products, because I kind of, when I would use them, I would set them kind of aside from the basket where my other masks were so that I would remember which ones I used so I could talk to you guys about them at the end. And when I went in there, I noticed how many masks are still in the basket that I did not use at all this month. So that was really shocking for me. If you guys saw my skincare inventory, you were probably not surprised. My mask category is very out of control right now. So I'm glad I'm doing this skincare project pan. It is a rolling pan, so I'm hoping maybe I can use up a few masks during this challenge or this project pan. I did use up one mask during this May Mask Challenge. It did help me use up one mask besides the sheet masks, which are, you know, one-time use, but I'm happy that I did this project. I think moving forward from here, I'm probably not gonna mask nightly, but I'm hoping that doing this challenge will help me to remember to mask more often, because there was a couple months in a row where I don't think I masked more than once in the entire month. So hopefully this will get me back into masking more regularly. I really like to try to mask 2 to 3 times a week. I notice a difference in the way my skin feels, and I have so much great product, I don't want to see it go bad. So that is what I'm hoping to get from this. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts. How did your challenge go? Tell me what your favorite mask was that you used this month, and any insights that you guys have to share with me. I just love sharing this journey with you guys. It's been so fun to see all of your masks. I've been getting tags on Instagram showing me what you guys are using. It's just been really fun to share it with this little community, to share this challenge and see what you guys are doing and share what I've been doing, and I just enjoyed it. So I hope you guys did as well, and I'm definitely gonna do it next year. So keep an eye out for that. Maybe stock up a little bit throughout the year so that you have some masks for next year. But yeah, that's it for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed this May Mask Challenge as much as I did. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. If you're new, I would really appreciate if you chose to subscribe and stick around. I got a lot more content coming for you guys soon, and have a fantastic day. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.